It's one of those games where you expect on form Ireland to win, but I do know the likes of Felix Jones, they're going to have something up their sleeves. But I think this Ireland team are just so diligent in attack, and their set piece has been going well. I think John Fogarty said no scrum, no win during the week, and obviously we saw that at Twickenham. In the end, we got out of there with the win, but that is an area they've obviously looked at. They know that they're going to come after that, and I also think this English team are going to be. He's had his couple of games, but with the type of defence Felix Jones has watched and has been doing in South Africa, I think they're going to exceptionally be charging Crowley. So we're going to see a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah. So what do you do when you know that's coming? How do you withstand that? How do you prepare for it? What's the way around that?
Yeah, well, obviously they're going to have shooters that are coming up on him big time. I think you just vary up your game. You try and take in behind. The biggest thing with a defence like that is you have to make them question that. So if they hammer up far and you're able to get out the back of them, obviously is a way. So if you're a little bit deeper, you can create space that way. But another thing to always hold the rushing defence is those kicks in over the top, those little cheeky grubbers through. It just makes, as the game goes on, it makes it very hard defensively, because with that rush defence, you're putting a lot on the players to make decisions around that and try and get man and ball. But when you kind of vary that up and how you attack, I think it does slow it down naturally.
In the first half against France, before the game was won, before the red cards, while we were still playing well, Crowley did actually have a couple of kicks blocked down. So we could expect a couple of kicks early on, and it'll be interesting to see how he has matured in the space of 3 or 4 weeks.
Exactly. And you know what, Joe? I remember that first kick in that very first game against France, and I said, oh God, I really felt for him, because it was game just kicked off. But his ability to leave that behind and continue on and build his game up, it's something he must have worked really hard mentally with over the years, because I've watched a lot of players drop their heads when things go wrong, especially against a big French pack at the start of the game. So he's definitely worked in it. We've seen a couple of chips over the top. He'll have varied that. If guys are rushing, he might try and put it underneath him and grubber it again. So it's going to be exciting for him, because I would imagine he's been chatted to, and he knows that defence are coming up hard on him, and he's a chance to showcase his skills from his boot, because as you said, a couple gone wary, and we've seen what he's like with ball in hand and how he brings it in up to the line. But I think in this game we'll get a chance to see how he can vary up that kicking as well.